Hello everyone. First of all, Merry Christmas. It's now currently for me it's New Year's Eve at just past midnight. So yeah, New Year's Eve. I just want to talk about what's been happening the past week during Christmas time and a little bit before that, because something quite important to me happened, which was just incredible. And yeah, a few other things. So first of all, after many years of denying it, where I had my friends telling me this thing, I had my parents telling me this, I had church leaders telling me this, I had people at XRP telling me this, and I just completely refused to take it in because I just didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Although I knew of it, I didn't feel it in my heart, and it was a struggle. And one of the things that I'm going to take away from this year, 2013, for definite, is the fact that God has the amount of times He's told me this and I've refused it. I can now say that I am really worth something, and God has been crying that out to me so much, and I've kept ignoring it, and now I can finally admit it and admit defeat and agree with them that I am worth something, because God's created me just like everyone else for a reason, and He says to each and every one of us, Christian or not or whatever, you're worth something, you're worth everything to me. And so that's what's really hit me from this. It took me so many years to realise that, because of all the different things that happened throughout my life. I finally realised I am worth something. So that was such an incredible moment and such an amazing feeling to have, to realise that. And I really urge any of you, if you don't feel like you're worth anything, trust me, you really are worth something. And I really pray that one day you will experience the same feeling that I had, that you will experience this moment where God really reached out to you and says you are worth something, and you just feel that warmth in your heart, and you realise that you are worth something. So yeah, I really pray for you guys for that. I'm also trying to learn to stop saying sorry so much. Um, this is something that's always been a problem, and everyone told me to stop saying sorry. I tried to, but really didn't bother. But this past week, I've been reminded of it, and because someone challenged me, who is so clever, they challenged me when I said sorry to them. They said, "Why are you saying sorry for being yourself?" And it really, I was like, "Oh." I was so challenged by that. So because of that very reason, I've gone back to try and stop saying sorry so much. I've said it quite a few times now, but I mean it more in a apologetic sense. So only saying it when it really needs to be said, which I've learned is so hard. So yeah, that's been difficult. Yeah, Christmas is great. Spent it with the family, nice quiet time with the parents. Watched The Jungle Book, which I remembered is so amazing. I love that film. And another thing I want to talk about is just that having those moments where you can really talk about what God's doing. I guess I haven't really done that much in this. I've done it a bit, but maybe not as deep as I wanted to. Maybe because I just worry what people will think of me. Maybe I just feel that people aren't interested in listening to that. People, even if I'm having a casual conversation, not in this video blog, but to other people, if I try to do that, sometimes I feel that they're not interested, or they want to talk about something else, or they don't want to go that deep. But sometimes it needs to be done. Sometimes it's great to talk about what's going on around the world, but it all comes back to God. And sometimes it's just great to talk about God and how incredible He is and how He makes me feel. I described to someone how God made me feel, and it felt so good to say it because I've never really said it to anyone. And I described God as a thread in my life where basically that thread's holding everything, and if that thread was to break, if for whatever reason my faith just went, who really don't know what to do. I love God so much that He is that thread that's keeping me going throughout my life, and I really don't know what I would do without Him, because I do love Him that much. So yeah, this will be my final 2013 video blog, and there's been a few, so many things that have gone on that have really amazed me, shook me. There's been loads of highlights, loads of challenges. I mean, the highlights have definitely been the XLP gap year, the graduation service for XLP, starting the degree, the young people that I've worked with and had the privilege of working with, realising that I'm worth something, and just growing my relationship with God. And the challenges have to be the struggles that I've had for XLP, where young people have been killed and you just don't know why, and you start to wonder why. And the moments in Ghana where I have one child who turns to me and says, like, we have a great conversation, and he asks about England, I ask him about his culture in Ghana, and he turns around to me and says, does your country have enough food? And you see it in the adverts and everything, you see it on TV and the special programs, but it never hits as hard as it does when you're in a situation face to face, when a child comes up to you and says, does your country have enough food? That's when it hurts. And the hard truth is, I had to be honest and say, do you know what? Like, we do have enough food. We have more than enough food. Not everyone gets it, but we do have more than enough food. And I miss Ghana so much. And sometimes I wish I could have done more. But at the end of the day, you can't do everything. And that's a hard truth to take in. So yeah, that was a massive challenge. Other challenges, just a continued development in having faith in God is never easy. You always challenge every single moment, the way you view things, the way you need to change for God to have a better life and everything. And uni, although I've loved uni, it's also been a challenge because there's so much to take in. You start to worry whether you're cut out for this, whether you're cut out to be a youth worker, whether you're cut out to do the degree. 2013 has been incredible, and I thank God so much for 2013. He has helped me to grow so much through Him and through the people that have been around me. They've helped me to become the person that I am today. They've helped me to become more of a leader. They've helped me to realise that I am worth something. They've helped me through my passion for young people. And they've helped me to go through so many things because of God. I look forward to 2014, where God will still be there, my friends will still be there, the people around me will still be there, and the young people will still be there. So I hope you all have a very happy new year, and God bless every single one of you. Bye.